Colleagues, today I am offering a substitute to the school omnibus budget. This budget cycle, the governor issued a recommendation for school aid that seemed to be universally liked. And there was work to be done on it, and to be sure. But when my colleagues on the other side of the aisle went to work on it, they made it go backwards. So here are a few facts regarding the Republican school aid budget. When you compare the total projected impact for all school districts in the state, only 53 of them actually do better under the House version than the executive recommendation. And 12 of those are cyber schools, which have lower costs to operate, which means we're pouring more taxpayer money into these schools than they need, which I would not call fiscally responsible. So this means that only 41 schools in 41 school districts actually do better under the proposed House Republican plan. And this school aid fund budget proposal puts our children and their education in a dire strait, should I say. So, dealing with the substitute that I am offering for the Democratic proposed school aid budget, here are a few facts for this budget. This budget provides an average of a 2.5% increase for community colleges and operations. It fully funds the share time programming, but establishes a cap on individual people to ensure that school districts do not over-account. It increases high school pupil funding by $75 per pupil. It fully funds at-risk to the statutory requirement of 11.5%, and it doubles MIPSR's cost offset funding to $200 million. Now, this funding alone improves the estimated total impact for all of our brick and mortar districts. Now, this is something that I found very interesting as a Democrat. This Dem substitute provides more funding for brick and mortar charter schools than the House Republican plan does in the budget, $13.4 million more. And under the House Republican plan, charter schools actually get cut $1.1 million. Imagine that. So, speaking to this substitute, Mr. Speaker, we're all interested in guaranteeing a good education for our kids and helping them have an opportunity to build a strong middle class, which in turn builds a strong future for our families and our state. This substitute school aid fund budget will ensure that we fund STEM education and other science programs, which are critical in preparing students for higher education and trade schools and jobs. This substitute fully funds at-risk programming by adding $76 million to the governor's recommendation. And this also strengthens higher education so more people can take advantage of it by increasing funding for community colleges and restoring funding for our four-year universities that have not recovered from earlier funding cuts from 2011. So when it comes to education, other states and nations are pulling ahead of Michigan. That's something that we all should consider and think about. We're falling behind because we took our eye off investing in our students, who will be the next generation of doctors, police officers, innovators, and business leaders. So in fact, Michigan's future depends on us as legislators investing in our kids' future and make sure that we do that best through funding education. And this is where Democrats believe we should be investing. This is how we improve the bottom line for everyone in the state and not just the well-connected and well-heeled. And so today, with this substitute, I ask my colleagues to join me and support this substitute school omnibus budget so that our kids will be prepared to take over from us and make Michigan the state that it should be in regards to education and the state that will grow and basically develop the next leaders of the future. So thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Representative. The question before the House is on adoption of the substitute. The clerk will open the board. The substitute is not adopted.